What is going on, internet? And welcome. I'm Dan Howles.
AKA Dover.
And this is Dan Loder.
AKA Slowly.
And this is the 2D Show, episode 4. And if you don't know, if you missed the last 3 episodes, you're new to the show, or you just want to hear it again, the 2D Show is a video and audio show where we come at you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 times a week, bringing a topic of discussion, and we hashtag chew it out.
Chew it out.
For those who also don't know, on Sunday we bounced the whole thing out as a omnibus for you to listen to the whole hour and a half rambling mess.
Unedited. So you have all the extra bit of us messing around
in between the topics, because the camera just constantly rolls in theory. Hopefully it will this time.
And if it doesn't, I will draw us pictures.
Well, Slowed, they worked out so well last time.
Oh. They were good.
They were. And we are also not wearing the same clothes.
I could not believe it when that gallery got in touch.
Dude.
About the drawings I definitely have already done.
Commissioned work was happening.
Bruh.
So remember, if you want to get your voice heard on the show, you can tweet us at 2dshow.com. You look so disappointed that I said
there is
voice
no
heard.
Fourth wall.
What?
There is no fourth wall. Talk to us. Come on. Every Monday, Dover will bring a topic.
Yes.
Every Wednesday, I will bring a topic.
Yes.
And every Friday, you will bring a topic. So you can get in touch with us on our Twitter, which is at 2D Show. You can email us at topics@2dshow.com. In one.
Fucking hell, Slow.
It's taken you 4 episodes and 8 takes per episode.
To get it right, and you just fucking out of the park. Baseball reference.
I will draw a baseball bat for that, little... You can
Why are you making yourself more work?
Because I'm an artist.
At heart.
Right, so today is Monday, which means it's Dover's turn to choose a topic.
Right, almost. Remember, you can get your songs heard at the end of every segment.
Oh, yeah.
Email, the tweets are all still the same. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on SoundCloud. All of them are facebook.com/2D Show, soundcloud.com/2D Show, and 2dshow.youtube.com.
Anything.
It'll
probably be videos.2dshow.com.
Something like that, because we need to use a redirect. But all of those will be in the description, and for the audio listeners, all of them will be in the bottom of the, I assume, description, or however it works for podcasts.
I have no idea.
And we should be on iTunes, fingers crossed. Again, 2dshow.com. Topics at 2dshow.com, and Twitter is at 2D Show. I am the fucking worst at this. Why do I
think from now on that should be my bit.
I think all of this should be yours, Sloan. Right. Episode 4, Monday, me. And my topic is high school.
Oh, God. Right, okay.
We went to the same school. Would you go back? Would you go back to school?
It's a many-layered question, really, isn't it? Would you go back? In some respects, do you mean the full shebang? Would you go back to being a
You
kid
can
in
pick
school?
when you want to go back. So
do you mean you go back to that age, or because I wouldn't go back to school at this age.
No. I mean,
the lifestyle of being a kid in school.
You keep the same conscience, if you will. So your lessons learned and whatever. You basically you can just what was that film with Zac Efron and Chandler from Friends?
17 again. Oh my God, did I just educate you about a film?
You female. Yes. So that sort of thing. You keep the same mind, but your body is younger.
Right.
Did you enjoy school? What was school like for you?
It was okay. I didn't mind school.
No?
Means to an end.
Means to an end. Is that what school was? Dude, I fucking loved
how I see school.
I loved theatre.
I liked...
Sixth form, I fucking loved.
I liked the responsibilities you don't have when you're in school. Being an adult is shit.
Yes. But being an adult is not shit. Responsibilities are shit.
Yes. The baggage that comes with being an adult.
Paying rent and bills and shit.
Yeah. It's not good.
Working. I tell you what also sucks, being an adult, which is not the topic, but being an adult, school forced me into learning that I will have every August off. I will have 6 weeks off, 3/4 way through the year. Summer, just have it off. It was I was crestfallen when I found out there was no 6 weeks for a working
The rest
man.
of the world keeps going. It
doesn't stop.
That's really bad.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
But that's not the topic. So, would you go back to school?
For the holidays, yeah.
For the time
The
off,
holiday, yeah. I'd go back to school for the time off. Saying that, I actually quite liked school life. Like,
Dude, I
quite enjoyed. I think it was nice going to lessons and learning about something.
Dude, but like that's the bit of school I didn't like. I did not go to a lot of lessons. So we did Welsh back in school. It was compulsory in our sixth form.
Yes, we did.
And I had SimCity on a memory stick, and I had the best city ever. SimCity 2001 on a USB stick, and obviously they had the computer rooms and everything, and we would just go from computer room to computer room. And I had SimCity on my keys. Dovertropolis.
I was like the other end of the spectrum to you because I went to every lesson because if my mum had found out I was like...
Oh, my mum and dad hated me.
My mum would beat me up.
My mum and dad hated me. I was a fucking terrible teenager.
You've met my mum, haven't you? Scary guy. Sorry, Shell. Please don't. I hope she's not watching.
Scary guy.
Scary guy.
So, what, like... Dude, so I feel like in school... Not like it was my pinnacle, because that's a really sad thing to say.
But it was.
But, yeah, like...
I'm joking.
You
two know, okay.
So, I'm only 23. Like, we got a while to go yet, hopefully. But...
If you want an insight on that, watch last week's episodes. Watch Friday's last week.
Episode 3. About how we may all be going soon. But... I feel like I ran with a lot of cliques in school. I didn't all the time, but like I don't want to be like, I was the fucking popular kid and blah blah blah. But like I had my group of friends and I stuck with them. But then like you branch off, don't you? Everyone has, especially when you pick your own topics, your own subjects in sixth form. When you branch off into more specific things, you meet new people. I wouldn't meet my current girlfriend. If I didn't do performing arts in school. Like I never would have.
We probably wouldn't hang out if we didn't do
No, I
performing
mean,
arts
when did we meet?
Oh my God, we've known each other since like...
Year 3.
Crash Team Racing. Yeah, because you came to
Green Meadow
in year 3, didn't you?
And like I moved over and then came back and
You came back as Dover.
I came back as Dover. I had transformed.
You were not Dover before.
There was a little bit of time when we didn't really hang out. And then sixth form, we really started getting late GCSE sixth form, or was it just sixth form?
Yeah, sixth form. They're about
16ish. And now we're 23 and whatever.
I'm 24.
Dude, you're old.
You are 23.
But like, dude, how fucking crazy is it that like in sixth form, when we used to fuck around in performing arts, that we'd think, in 6 years' time, you're going to be engaged.
I know, it's scary.
Like you are more adult out of us two.
Oh yes.
Oh, completely. Like this is my house. Like I've got two. Shall I
get them? Shall
belts.
I show? I think you need to see this.
Grab one of them.
See what we're talking about.
I only own one of them. Sarah owns the other.
Sarah is the winner.
We made championship belts for the games that we own. Don't worry what Geek Speak is. That's an old failed thing. But we made championship belts. This is my life.
You made championship belts with blue tack on.
Oh yeah, man.
With blue tack to attach them to yourself.
Dude, this is not even a joke. That's Sarah's. So Sarah owns a Street Fighter 4. Well, you can put the other one up there, man. If we're going to do one, we're going to do both. Wow. So
and just like that. So anyway, right.
So, but like in school. Like, I would go back in a heartbeat. Like, that, again, like I said, I feel like that was my most defining time. You realise who you are, I think, in school.
Yeah, I think
not to, like, get too fucking deep on this, but, like...
You work out what you like and who you like and who you are.
Yeah.
As a person, I think.
Who you like, I think we'd be wrong to not talk about, like, a big part of any... high school life is like men or women or whatever, like people you are attracted to. So like that was a bit. I mean, school is when you start thinking like, oh, I know what love is and stuff. Like, I want to know what love is. I remember fucking loads of times in school being like, I'm never gonna get over this person. That was my life, and like I'm never gonna get over this.
Yeah,
but like. At every stage in your life, you feel like you are the most maturest. Like, I felt when I was 16, I was a fucking adult. I just need to
I know
up.
what you mean.
And, like, now I'm 23, I'm like, I was a fucking idiot. But, like, at 28, I might be like my 23 self was a fucking tool.
Yes.
Because because growing up works. That's how it works. And yes,
you missed the.
I did.
I didn't think you could have noticed.
So, yeah, but like I remember like. So like when you're 16, I had my first real adult relationship.
Six string.
I had my first real 6 string. That was when I got my first real like relationship and like what I would call like real instead of just like. But like man, school was loads of shit. Like school was the first time I had like kissed someone. It's how I lost my virginity. It's how I like you start doing things. School's weird because it's a group of people that you are going to know for how long school including 6 1? 6 years?
Longer than that, I think. So you start in year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you're leaving 7 years.
So say if everyone sticks in 6 1, that's people you're going to grow up with for 7 years. You go from 10 to 16, 17, depending on where you land in the fucking year. Like, it's crazy when you think about it because there's no other time in my life I have been that engaged with 30 people.
No, it's true.
What 7 years? Like,
and like even now, like you go to work and you get on really well with your work friends, and I get on really well with my colleagues. But like you then come out of that and you're back to the life where you're 9 times out of 10 with school friends. Like I live with friends from school.
Yeah,
and I know Jenny from school. You know Sarah from school. Like pretty much the rest of my life outside of work
is going to be via school. Like that's how it works. Like that is, it's weird in a way. Like it's got to be that way for most people, I assume. Like, but
well, I know my mum is friend. Like so her best friends now are some people that she met from school.
Yeah, that's how it works. You grow up knowing these people. They become fucking. It sounds so lame, but like people become family after a while. Like. Which and that happens. So like, I feel like I would be remiss to say like, women were a big part of my school life. Women in general. Like that's again. I said my first kiss happened when I was year 7, 8. I lost my virginity. I did a lot of stuff that I can never do a first again. I can never go on a first cinema date with someone. I can never go for a first meal with someone again. No. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not so much
I can't go back to that time in my life where this sort of stuff is unique. Like I have experienced 90% of what all social interactions can be. Unless I go to a fucking swinging club or something where I'm completely out of my comfort zone. Like I have experienced most of what
you will experience.
Yeah, like I will experience it again and in different ways, but like
there'll never be like a first time you do that.
I can never sit in someone's car.
So is it that you would want to go back to school or
that time in my life? But like I liked having Facebook has the whole like, oh, your memories this time.
Yeah.
And like
that's creepy.
It is, but like you think back, like I was a fucking different person when I was 15.
But at that time, I thought I was the most mature I will ever be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone think at any point in your life you feel like you are the most mature in your life because you've learned everything that's happened before you, and you don't know what's coming next. So you can only be tougher or stronger or smarter from what's happened. You can't be smarter from what hasn't happened to you yet.
No,
this is getting deep.
It is,
but
no, I understand what you mean. Like
like I wish I had the same connections with people now. Like I don't think I do actually. It's hard to answer because like
it's a yes and no thing, and it's like you couldn't say definitely 100% because it would always have to be I would because of the ties with the friends you make for life, and it would be but no because I do actually quite like having like
a job and
not so much a job. I like that.
Which I love. We can't talk about your job. It's like a fucking secret agent or something.
I'm a spy. No, I like that I have a job that pays me money.
Do you?
That I can spend on
whatever you want.
Apart from rent and obvious other crap, like putting petrol in my car.
And a car.
Diesel in my car, because if I put petrol in it, that will cost more money. And like having the ability to buy stuff that I like. I like having that aspect because I never used to have like the ability to do that in my school years.
No, of course not.
It was always
have
like,
any
I have
disposable
to save
income.
up for this for 3 years. Oh my god, look, I've bought myself a bag of Walker's crisps
for 3 years.
But yeah, I like that aspect of being an adult. I like that I like that I'm now in control of my own life. No, I'm not. I'm a mess.
I'm not in control. Like, I'm a fucking reject. Like, I am so
I went to
fundamentally
Asda
fucked.
to do my weekly shop.
Yeah?
I bought one ready meal and a flask that I can put squash in to take to work. I did not buy squash. I have no squash to put in my squash flask.
Why didn't you just buy a bottle? Why did you buy a flask?
I bought squash, like a flask bottle thing.
But doesn't have to keep the shit warm.
No, not like a thermos flask. I mean like a sippy top thing that you like like a sports flask.
Yeah,
a drinks bottle.
A sports bottle.
A drinks bottle. I would say flask. Would you not?
Say flask.
Would you not
No,
call
a
it a
hip
flask?
flask is a flask.
It's not the same thing as a flask.
A hip flask, I would say.
What is a flask?
I don't know.
What's the definition of flask?
I don't know. But we can bring up the etymology of a flask another topic if you want.
Yes. We'll spend half an hour on that.
Personally, like I said, I would go back to school. I obviously would do things different, and then I guess that could lead things. But like, I just like the setting. Like, I liked being able to walk into. I did PA in school, and I liked being able to walk into there and like
know everyone.
Yeah, like I had my circle. And again, like I said, I did run with a few different like cliques, if you will. But like, I liked being able to be like, They sound so fucking shallow. It does sound really shallow, but it's like, I'm gonna hang out with Ash today, and that is separate from everything else. And we could go again, play fucking SimCity. We could go to doorsteps and miss like 2 or 3 lessons. Like, I will never be able to miss a fucking lesson again. That is gone for me.
Could sign up for evening classes and just never go.
No, but like, I can, like, MSN. MSN was a massive fucking part of my life. That's where my fucking game with women came from.
I spent an entire hour the other day Googling to see if I could get the MSN sound as my text tone.
Did you?
No. I don't think it
but
can
like,
be done on
all
my
that
phone.
sort of like free webs and shit like that as well. My boys, my girls, that sort of thing.
I made
it was
myself...
fucking pointless. I love that sort of shit. I love this like sentiment behind like making a Pixo site and who the fucking 10 people you're gonna pick. Who are your top 8 on MySpace? Fucking, that's the sort of shit like
MySpace.
I'm just dating myself.
And who would you give your love to on Bebo?
Oh, dude, I fucking loved Bebo.
And then they made it so you could give away 3 loves, and the decision became 3 times as long.
Dude, like, fucking Bebo.
And that's all gone. Bebo's been shut down now. Like, you can go back on...
Aren't they remaking Bebo, though? Aren't they relaunching?
It's come back as like a chat app. It's like a WhatsApp clone.
Oh, okay, so it's never gonna fucking...
But the social network Bebo, no more. So if you had a Bebo, and I'm really sorry if I've just broken that to you, but it doesn't exist. I feel like I've just told like an entire... I can't say it because, there might be kids watching. So like, cover your kids' ears. I feel like I've just told them all that Santa's not real.
Well,
kids can come back
Bebo's
now.
closed.
Yeah.
I hope children don't watch this. I genuinely hope children do not watch this show.
This is not safe for work because we swear a lot.
This is not... I swear a lot, dude. I'm a fucking... There we go. I'm terrible. We swear a lot in everyday life, don't we? Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of this show. This show is just hanging out with some best mates.
Like I hardly. My mum is probably waiting outside this room to like wash my mouth out with soap. Which she has done before.
Best friends.
Have you ever had your mouth washed out with soap?
I think I've eaten soap in my life.
You've never had your mouth washed out with soap?
My dad didn't like grab my fucking mouth open and scrub it.
Oh no, not scrub it. Liquid soap.
No,
this is what I mean. Like my mum would batter me if I'd like missed.
Are you kidding?
Honestly, God,
she'd fill your mouth with soap.
Not often. No, she did it once and she felt terrible.
Are you kidding?
Honestly, God, it happened, but she felt terrible.
That's the whole like, I caught you smoking cigarettes, so smoke this entire pack.
It was.
Child
I
abuse,
can
dude.
actually remember. It's not child abuse. It taught me a lesson. It was because.
What was the lesson?
The lesson was, don't walk into a living room and say, for fuck's sake, when your sister beats your high score and plays a PS1 game. I can't remember what game it was. I have a feeling it was actually
How old
Crash
are
Team
you
Race.
at this point?
Oh, like 6 or 7.
And you said, for fuck's sake, in front of your mum.
Well, I said it like
Dude,
my sister was playing. It couldn't have been a PS. How old were we when the PS1 came out? I think it might have been
7.
V-Rally or something like that on a PS1.
What
And
a game.
I came down and my sister was like, "Oh, I've just beaten you on this." And I just went, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And my mum heard me from the kitchen, dragged me to the toilet, and washed my mouth out with soap. And then my sister cried because she hadn't had it done, and
She wanted her mouth washed out.
with soap. So then
Abby, you
I think
fucked up.
my sister had a calmer experience because my mum felt really bad for doing it to me. But you know, it's okay, mum. It's fine.
By the way,
It taught me a valuable lesson, which is to never swear in front of you.
yeah, I don't think I've ever sworn in front of my mum and dad. Like, properly sworn. YouTube videos, if they've checked it out, I'm sorry.
Well, we had to actually mark our try box
As C5.
long may it rest.
Clean enough for your folks.
Clean enough for you folks. That was actually.
Clean enough for your folks. C5.
I don't know why we decided not safe for work wasn't. That wasn't really a thing. Like
Safe for work? No, I don't.
I don't remember seeing it until I started following Mashable on Facebook.
Mashable. God. Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, no, this video is not safe for work, and I was like, oh, well.
Do you remember like getting a Facebook account? That happened to me in school.
I can actually remember doing it. It was in my first history lesson as an AS.
You just made a Facebook account.
Well, yeah, because I used to take my laptop in to take notes.
And you just made a Facebook account?
made a Facebook account using my Vodafone dongle as a connection.
Oh my God, Sarah, one of those.
And my first profile picture was me sat in a history lesson using my webcam to take a picture.
Wow.
And that's verifiable. I may even... No, I'm not going to find it and post it. And put it in the
Please do.
We will do it right. So now on screen, you will have our first Facebook.
Oh my God, you
photos.
dragged me into this.
Yes, I'm dragging you into this. Not going alone, and they're gone. See,
Okay.
never again.
But
No.
like,
This is what we look like now.
Can you remember your first guess? If you don't want to talk about it, my first guess happened. I can remember it very, very vividly, or at least a romanticized version of it. It was not in school, but I was in the age. I was year 8, and obviously there was the whole thing that you were fridge or you were freezer.
Yes.
Like fridge was when you haven't kissed anyone. Freezer when you had.
I can't remember when mine was. I can remember the fridge freezer conversation.
Can you remember the whole
But I can't remember.
this sort of life has left us like, oh, I washing machine day, like shit like that, where you just fucking take your tongue and run it round, like when people didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I can't say I ever did that.
No, well, I probably did.
I haven't seen that movie.
No, but like, just the shit people would come up with to like. There's all different words for it. So like get on, meet up, snog. Like it all means the same stuff, but all different schools and ages and years put like a different spin on it. Like, do you remember when sexy time was the thing? When people used to actually use those words?
No.
No?
And that's it, folks. No, I'm sure. I can remember it. I can remember that
That
phrase.
age. So like my first kiss was in Hawksridge in my parents' street, and we met up. Me and my mate Sam.
Everyone now knows where your parents live.
They don't know the street. Like they don't know the number.
Should I tell?
No.
Okay.
Me and my mate Sam, who lived up the road, had met up with these two girls. One was Jade from school, and her friend, who I won't name on this show. They name fucking everyone. And like it just happened, but like that sort of stuff, like spin the bottle is not played anymore. Like everyone was whores in school.
Do kids these days play spin the bottle, do you think?
Dude, it's Tinder. That's what spin the bottle is.
So are kids these days on Tinder?
I would say so.
Is there an age limit for Tinder? Like
18.
Please tell me there's an age limit for Tinder.
I would assume it's got to be 18, but there's no verification. If your Facebook profile says you're 23, you can lie on a
Facebook is 14, or should be 14.
Is it? Yeah, but Call of Duty should be 18, but then you have fucking like 12-year-olds playing it.
Yeah, you do. That's true.
Like it only works with the person that's honest.
Mm.
Do you remember when your first kiss was?
To be honest, no.
No?
I can remember. I think it was year 8, either year 8 or year 9. I want to say year 9, but I can't remember exactly.
You remember the details?
No.
I can't ever remember. I don't think I could ever forget that sort of stuff.
I don't even know who it was.
I love it. It was a girl called Ree for me.
I think it was a girl called Becky for me.
Yeah, we don't have to give full names. I'm not asking for.
I think that was it.
Mum, if you are listening, and Dad, put your fingers in your ears now.
Yes, it was a girl called Becky. I remember it. I remember now.
Go on.
My first kiss took place in the cinema in town.
Yes, it did.
And it was a girl called Becky because I can remember I can remember coming to school the next day and having the fridge freezer conversation.
So, the first time, you want to know a fun fact?
They were actually quite similar to the conversations I had about getting engaged. Weirdly. People saying, like, oh, congratulations, you're engaged. Like, how did it happen? I can remember it being like,
yeah.
I can remember the, like, how did it happen
I missed the cinema game you had to play. Or, like, when you had sleepovers, like, a party would happen or whatever, like a party where everyone had, like, a can and a half of Strongbow. And,
first time I ever went drinking, I drank.
I'd never put a pin in that. That's his own fucking topic. I want to get on to drunken stories.
Should we do that Friday if we don't have a topic from an audience?
Fuck
We're not
yeah.
going to have a topic from an audience. So that'd be Friday's topic?
Fuck yes.
Okay, right.
Okay. We got a couple more minutes left on this. But, like, the whole mind game you would play. So, like, I remember staying around a couple of people's houses when I was about 14, 15. And that's around the age where, like, at least for me, like, again, I'd kissed someone. And I must have been younger than 14. 12, 13, year 8, 9-ish. I don't know how old you are there. 13, 14, 15?
You're 9. You'd be
8, 9, 12.
So year 7 is 11 to 12. 12 to 13. You'd be 13 or 14.
It was about 13, 14, 15. Now, I think it was about 14 or 15 when, like, I first started feeling some things. The beers and the bees and all that. And, like, you'd sleep in someone's house and there would be boys and girls there.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a girl you like, maybe you've been talking to her for a bit or you haven't. And then, like, you do the whole mind game of, like, where am I going to sleep? So you fucking set up shop somewhere and then suddenly, like, oh, hello, she's near you. And then you're, like, you're watching a film or whatever and the film's finished and everyone's gone to sleep and you just fucking lie in there thing. And then you got to do the whole, like, right, if I roll over, I'll be slightly close to it. And if I put my hand here, will she grab my hand? And that sort of stuff. Like, that's the sort of stuff I miss. I know it's really sad. It's the sort of fucking schemy stuff.
And then you hear snoring and all is lost.
And then, like, you make a cough noise to show that you're still awake, but it's not too... It's so subtle.
It's sort of like a question. It's like...
And it's like, oh, did she know I'm awake? Did she... Like, that happened to me a lot at camping. And I miss going camping.
I haven't been camping since
school?
In school.
Camping was a way... You don't need it when you move out. Camping was a way to drink.
Yeah, it was.
Camping was a place to drink.
That's exactly what camping was. Sorry, Mum. It's camping. I need to clear the air with something as well.
Okay.
Right. You know when you have
Look
to,
at the camera.
you know when you had to tell your parents, I don't know if you had to do this. You had to make up that you were staying at a friend's house
all the time
to go camping.
My mum thinks I stayed at
time.
Chris's house so much. Halfway up a quarry. My mum thought I almost said his full name. I didn't.
You did.
I did say.
No,
that.
you didn't say his full name. I meant you did almost.
My mum thought I was round people's houses all the time.
I once had to convince my mum I was camping because she thought I was going to stay at a girl's house and she didn't want that to happen.
When was the first time you stayed around a girl's house? How old are you?
I don't know.
You don't have to get this deep if you don't want. So
I think that was definitely something I made up. I think I was probably 16.
Then you made up, sorry.
When I slept at a girl's house, I was probably 16.
First time I slept around a girl's house was with, I want to say, a girl called Ree, different Ree. You know Ree. You know Ree. You don't know the first Ree, but you know the second Ree.
I think I do.
Can't say last name. And I don't know how old I was. How old were we? That was end of GCSE, I want to say. I know I lost my virginity
16.
I know I lost my virginity when I was 15.
Same.
16. 15? One of them. Hi, Mum. And then it was around that mark. So that was the first time I ever slept around a girl's house. It was that girl. Right. So 15, 16.
Ow. Ooh, funny book.
And how old were you?
15.
Fair. Right. But dude, so yeah, I never went to uni, so I never had those days to be like, God, those were the good old days. But like, I feel like I knocked out everything I needed to do in uni in high school.
Fair enough.
I feel like high school were my golden days. I miss being a schemy little fuck that...
I think in school, I was a good boy. So I was quite a good boy.
You trying to say I was a bad boy? Not in like a weird way. Unless you want it to be a weird way.
So uni was kind of like when I did the like off the rails thing, I think.
Well, because you lived in a house with girls.
I lived in a house with 5 girls.
And you were the only
in
male.
My second year.
You were the only guy, right?
Yeah.
Which sounds awesome, but I can imagine it not. I can imagine it. We're on 30 minutes, so should we save uni time for another time?
Probably best we do.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. This got really deep. I just thought this was a really great episode.
Okay, it was quite good. I quite enjoyed that.
Thank you for watching. Remember, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This has been episode 4. This has been my topic. Next will be Dan Loder's. Tweet us at 2D Show. Get your topics on the show by emailing us as well at topics at 2D Show. We will have topics at 2dshow.com. Sorry. Facebook is facebook.com/2D Show. YouTube, I'm still not sure. Hopefully we're on iTunes as 2D Show. SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/2D Show. Dan Loder, Dan Howles. Tune in on Wednesday for the next show.
Done.
Is that everything?
I think that's
Dude,
everything.
I fucking rattled off like a machine gun then.
That was pretty good.
Professional.
That was a good topic.
Dude, I like that. That was fun.
We need to add... Did you hear all that?
No, not all of it.
Dude.
At the end.
Should we give your phone a rest if it's getting hot? Or for like 5 minutes?